What's up, everybody? This is David Cutter. I'm gonna do an overview of my horror collection. Okay, we get started. My first movie here we have is Rob Zombie's The Lords of Salem. It's a great witch movie based on the Salem witch trials. It's got Ken Faree, Sherry Moon Zombie, and a brief cameo by Sid Haig and Michael Berryman. It could have been in the movie longer. It would have been cool, but it's a great movie, man. If you guys haven't seen it, you might want to check that one out. And then we got You're Next. This is a outstanding home invasion film. I thought it was better than The Purge. Great kills, great atmosphere. Everything about the movie's awesome, especially the music. That's You're Next. The next two are great films too. This is two anthologies. First one we have is VHS. My favorite story was Amateur Night. That's probably the best story out of both movies, but they got a couple of good stories in here as well. But that's my favorite one. That's VHS. And VHS 2, this is the sequel. This one was insane, especially with Safe Haven with the cult. The one about the cult. And they have one about aliens and another one about zombies. This is a badass sequel to VHS, man. This is VHS 2. And then there's not much to say about these next two movies. They've got Insidious, the first one. And then we got Insidious Chapter 2. This is a pretty good film for it being PG-13 and all. I believe they may make another one, so it may be a trilogy. Insidious Chapter 2. And then we got The Collector. Another great film. And then we got the sequel to The Collector, and that is The Collection. Another great film. Action-packed, pretty good gore, pretty good horror movie, man. That's The Collection. Then I have a couple of Resident Evil movies. I got the first Resident Evil. Got Michelle Rodriguez and Mila Jovovich. I got this as a 2-pack deal when I got Resident Evil Retribution. Pretty good film. I don't have all of them yet. Then we got Resident Evil Afterlife. And then the last one they made, which was Resident Evil Retribution. I believe they're going to make another one. I don't know. I forgot what it's called, but they're going to have another one coming out. Those are the Resident Evil movies I have. And then we got the Hatchet trilogy, starting with Hatchet 1. Unrated director's cut, and you got Kane Hodder playing Victor Crowley, and it also has Tony Todd in the first two films. This is a big gore fest if you're into gory movies. I suggest this one. This is Hatchet. Then we got Hatchet 2, another great film. Then we have Hatchet 3 with Danielle Harris and that chick from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I just know she played the radio DJ Stretch. I believe that was her name. She comes out in here too. It's pretty cool to see her pop up in the movie. And that boy Sid Haig has a cameo in here too, man. Captain Spaulding himself. And then we have World War Z with Brad Pitt. This is a pretty good action zombie movie. I know the unrated edition is on Blu-ray. I haven't stepped up to Blu-ray yet, but this is a good movie. I liked it. Pretty good zombie movie. And then another one of my favorite recent horror films is Sinister. I heard there may be a part 2. I can't wait for that. And this is Sinister. Then we have The Possession, based on a true story. This one is pretty good. And then we have The Cabin in the Woods. That was pretty good. I like the creatures in there, the zombies, and I thought it was pretty cool in the end where they had all the monsters coming out. And pretty good movie, man. I liked it. That's The Cabin in the Woods. And this next film is, I gotta say, this is one of the better recent zombie movies, and that is The Dead, Ford Brothers film. This is a good zombie movie because they follow the traditional zombies. They walk slow and they move slow, you know. They're not like them fast running zombies. I believe this one was based in Africa, and they're gonna make part two. This is in India. It hasn't got an official release yet, but there is the Dead part two, and I'll be looking forward to getting that one. But I recommend this one, guys, if you haven't seen it. That's the Dead. Then we got Alice Kills, another good movie. If you haven't seen it, you might want to get it. It's at Walmart right now for $5, man. That's Alice Kills. And then we have The Conjuring. This is a pretty good movie for being PG-13. I liked it a lot. I believe they're going to be making a spin-off of the Annabelle doll. They're supposed to be making a movie about that doll, I believe. I'm not sure. I heard something like that. But that's The Conjuring. And then the next movie, it's got to be one of the recent best slashers that's been put out. And that is the Maniac remake with Elijah Wood. And I give this movie a 10 out of 10. This movie was great from start to finish. Good gore in it. Great slasher film, man. I highly recommend this one. This is Maniac with Elijah Wood. The Maniac remake. I have not got the original film yet, but I will be getting it soon, hopefully. Then we got Stitches. This is a pretty good clown movie. Clown horror themed. That's Stitches, Ross Noble. And this next one is a great vampire movie. I recommend it. And this one is Stakeland. Kind of like Zombieland, but I would say it's better. This is not a comedy at all, by no means. This is a straight up horror movie. I really like this one. This is Stakeland. I believe there's a 2-disc edition. I just got the single edition one. Got that one at Family Video when I was up north. The next movie we have is Devil. This is a pretty good movie. Recommend this one too. It's got Bokeem Woodbine, and it's got that Mexican dude that comes out in one of the Friday movies. He comes out in a lot of movies, man. I forgot his name. But this is another good film. This is Devil. And then I got The Descent. For you, pretty much everybody knows this movie, but it's about these chicks that go into a cave exploring, and they get trapped in this cave, and they discover these creatures. It's a pretty good movie, man. That chick is tough as hell in that movie. But that's The Descent. And then we have the sequel, The Descent Part 2. Another great film. And this next movie is a iconic rape and revenge film, and that is I Spit on Your Grave, aka Day of the Woman. This is a great movie. I had just seen the remake a while back, but I highly recommend this film. It's very iconic. It's a pretty brutal movie, man. That's Spit on Your Grave. And then we have Grave of the Vampire. This is an old school throwback vampire movie. I believe it's from 1972. This is a pretty good movie, man. I liked it. I liked the way it was made and everything. This is Grave of the Vampire. Probably find it online. I found it at some place called the Exclusive Company. And the next movie we have is Werewolf of Washington. This movie was cheesy as hell. This is from 1973. So I like my werewolf movies, so this is a classic throwback one. This is a Werewolf of Washington. Another movie you might want to check out. And then we got The Last Exorcism. Pretty good exorcism movie, but nothing's ever going to beat The Exorcist. Then we have the Wicker Man, the original one. I thought the ending of this movie was so iconic and fucking brutal as hell. But that's the Wicker Man. And then we have The Last Exorcism 2, unrated edition. This one was not as good as the first one, but it's okay. That's The Last Exorcism Part 2. And then we have the original Carrie. I haven't got around to the remake yet, but this is a pretty good film. Classic throwback film. That's Carrie. And then we have The Reflecting Skin. I highly recommend this movie. If you guys haven't seen this one, weird ass movie, man. That's the only way I could describe it. The movie is weird as hell. The Reflecting Skin. And then we got the Paranormal Activity franchise. We got Paranormal Activity 1, Paranormal Activity 2, Paranormal Activity 3. This is one of my favorite ones. And we got Paranormal Activity 4. This isn't one of the good ones. I didn't really care for this one too much, but I'm a completist, so I wanted to get all of them. So I got this one recently for $5. Paranormal Activity 4. I will be getting the marked ones when it comes out, and I'm looking forward to part 5 in October. So that's what's up with that franchise. And then I got David Cronenberg's The Fly special edition. I like the cover, the slip cover that came with that. You know, it's got the little fly on there. It's pretty cool. It's been a while since I've seen this one. It's got a lot of special features. But of course, you know, Jeff Goldblum comes out in there. And then we have The Fly 2 special edition. This is the 2-disc set. I got this at Big Lots for only $3 a while back. The Fly 2. And then we got my Rob Zombie selection. First we got his Rob Zombie's The House of a Thousand Corpses. This has got to be my favorite Rob Zombie film. I could watch that movie over and over again on Halloween, man. That movie's just badass. It's got Captain Spaulding as the man, and you know, Bill Moseley. You know, a couple of good actors in there. And then we have the sequel to A House of a Thousand Corpses. We got The Devil's Rejects. This is a great film, but I still like House of a Thousand Corpses better. The ending is fucking iconic as hell, man. The unrated edition, Devil's Rejects. And then we have the animation film that he made, and that's The Haunted World of Super Beastos. Movie, cartoon is funny as hell, man. You gotta check it out. And then we have the Halloween remake, 2-disc special edition. I thought Ken Faree was the shit in this movie, man. Joe Grizzly. I thought they should have made a spin-off of him alone, man. They should have made like some Joe Grizzly movies and shit. But this is Rob Zombie's Halloween. And then we have Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, unrated director's cut. The movie that everybody hates. You know, dude gets a lot of hate for this film, but I think there's worse remakes than this one. But this is a Halloween 2. And these next 4 films are some French films. We have Martyrs. This movie is brutal as hell, man. If you guys haven't seen it, you might want to check it out. This is Martyrs. And then we have Frontiers. And then we have High Tension. I thought Frontiers is better than High Tension, but this one's a pretty good one too. These are all French films. They have subtitles, and some of them have English dubbing, I believe. But this is High Tension. And then we have Inside Unrated. This movie is fucking wicked. I gotta say, the cops in that movie were dumb as hell, man. There's some stupid cops in that movie. But this is a Dimension Extreme release, Inside Unrated. And then we have another Dimension Extreme. This is Eden Lake. This was a great movie up until the ending, but that's just my opinion. You know, you might want to check it out for yourself, and you see what I'm talking about. Now, this is Eden Lake. And then this next film, I believe, is Australian. I could be wrong, but this is Storm Warning. Man, this movie is badass. Great movie, man. You gotta check it out. And that's it for my part 1 overview. I'll be having another video up very soon. Thanks for watching, guys.